For 3 months, and in the middle of March I came over to the United States and took over this post of CEO of the North American region and also of this legal entity for Volkswagen Group of America here in the United States. I come to this in a moment. Let me start out with the next slide, talking about the US position. Of course, kind of a little structure of my quick speech to you guys. It's of course the question of regaining trust and rebuild the brand, especially after this disappointment of TDI. Quick also recap on what is Volkswagen about in America, what is our commitment to the market. Besides the Alltrack, which is a big let's say a big shift for the brand into all-wheel drive, we have another very important car arriving. You all know that the midsize SUV, which we have talked in previous press conferences on exhibitions before, is really now, let me say, finally arriving. And I would like to spend a few words on that important product for the brand. And last but not least, I would like to make the statement of the brand in general, basically shifting the brand more from a compact car company into a family-oriented, four-motion, larger car company, to be a broader supplier to the car industry, to the customers here in this market. Let's start out with the first one: regain trust and making things right. Yes, Volkswagen came into a crisis with this diesel issue, and I'm sure you all have noticed that the company achieved an agreement with all the stakeholders involved, and this is, I believe, quite remarkable. As you know, it's not only the customers which were damaged, but we are offering a recall or a buyback or a fixed option. It's also an agreement with the government, with the agencies, that we are helping with our commitment to really get things straight in terms of the emissions. We have done more than the regulation allowed, and also for the future emissions. So we will pay into a trust for 2.7 billion, as you have read, and also the 2 billion over the next 10 years for let's say, electrifying America, for more electric mobility. I think is a huge commitment, which is going to be beneficial for the whole country, for all consumers, for the whole nation. The 3-liter diesel issue is still in a working process. We are in a close cooperation and very good discussion with the regulators, and since this is under confidentiality agreement, we cannot disclose any status on this remark, but I'm quite hopeful that we also will reach a solution on this one. Let's go quickly to the next topic: remain firmly committed to the US market. And I should say that basically a brand like Volkswagen, a global brand, cannot rely on their successful business model in Europe, Germany, or China only. We need this strong market, United States, North America. We need this as a so-called third pillar in our brand strategy. So that's why we absolutely, despite of the fact that we're spending a lot of money to get things right now for diesel, we definitely will invest into the future of this brand, and the figures speak for itself. We are going to invest 7 billion in North America in the time period between 2015 and 19. This includes 900 million for Chattanooga. You know, the SUV which is launched there needs high investments there, additional people. We have planning, engineering centers. We also do other investments for logistics, for distribution centers, for tech centers in California. So also Puebla, which belongs to the region, a big, important factory for the region, where, by the way, the Alltrack is coming from, is right now with a very big investment program on the way. Volkswagen Group of America, for the brand here, employs 6,000 people in the country, and that will grow. Next slide, and this is something a little bit related to also my person. With my arrival here in the United States, with this new role as head of the North American region, we decided to govern all the activities of the Volkswagen Group here in America under one governance, so to speak. We have factories, we have engineering centers, we have procurement organizations, we have sales and marketing organizations in the region, but of course also in Canada and Mexico. And all those activities are under one umbrella now, and this is new. It was in the past a direct reporting line of each function back to headquarters, where the things were put together, and the company feels that it is very important to get closer to the customer, closer to the dealer, and the structure and how we operate our business has very much to do also with the governance model. So with my arrival, since the 1st of April, we have a structure where we are much more autonomous, much more independent, and where we can decide on products and decide on business models much quicker and faster and better than through a complicated process going through the headquarters. Of course, we have a strong, very good alignment with headquarters, and we do that by having the same structure here in North America as we have back home in the headquarters, so that on functional levels there's still strong alignment necessary with all the parties involved. Next slide, please. We are in the middle of the ramp up in Chattanooga for the B SUV, the midsize SUV. It's a fantastic product. I drove it with the prototypes quite intensively the past month. I compared it to the competition. In my former business life, I really learned how to compare cars, how to find out what is the right thing for the market, for the product. And I can tell you this product is going to be a splash. It's a great 7-seater SUV, the biggest Volkswagen ever in this market. It has a great third seat entry. Adults, even 6-foot something people, can easily sit in the third seat row. It has a great visibility thanks to the design of very, let's say, thin A-pillars. You have a wonderful overview. I believe this product is designed into the heart of the US market and taste. It will give Volkswagen a great additional coverage of market reach. Right now, our product range, known more as a compact car company, we have only a coverage of about 40% with that product, and other products to come, we are striving for a 60 or 70% market coverage with the products to come. And this product is, I think, a very important product which, for many of us within Volkswagen, is the hope to the right answer for the market post-TDI. So we are continuing this great heritage brand in this market, delivering a product which really is in the center, in the heart of the American taste. And comparing this car with others, I can tell you it's a great package. By the way, also on the right price point necessary in this competitive segment. The B segment, the A segment, especially on the SUV side, is very growing. So we have now with the Alltrack a great start with the Woebcken, which has an SUV-ish architecture and feeling, and you will drive this car tomorrow. I'm sure you will be surprised how well it drives also off-road. It's a beginning of shifting the brand a little bit more into an all-wheel drive brand, and I'm pretty excited about this product because also the dealers are desperately waiting for that product. We are very sure that the dealers are very hopeful and very excited about this product. So starting out with the Alltrack now this autumn, followed by the midsize SUV in the second quarter of 2017, and then a couple months later coming with the Tiguan, the new Tiguan long wheelbase. This is really a great product cadence coming up short term, and then we are already in the front of the new Jetta coming up. But about this one we speak later this year. This is a little bit too early now. But I'm mentioning those products because Alltrack, the beginning of this journey, is then really followed with great additional products, bringing the brand much more into a family-oriented, much more into not only fun to drive, also into fun to be in this cool community, and also smart to own, because reliability and this aspects, and we will cover up these great programs to deliver proof points. It's I think a beginning of a positive journey for this brand, and me and my team are intending to take this negative perception which is in the market now because of TDI right into a positive momentum, and we are quite optimistic, especially with great products, that this will be successful. So all in all, my one welcome again, and maybe you take away from my few words. Yes, Volkswagen intends to really stand up and be a full line supplier. We have with this NER organization, this structure, a strong autonomous and autonomy ever before in this region, fully committed to the market, to the society, to the people, to the dealer. By the way, with the dealers we also found an agreement in principle because they were also damaged because of the diesel crisis. So we really took care of all stakeholders, and we want to grow. This brand has such a fantastic heritage going back in the 60s, 70s, where with only 2 cars, and you remember, some of you sold more than 600,000 units in a market of 9 million cars. So we had already 6-7% market share, and this brand still has this very special element of being different, and with the right products I'm sure we will be able to continue that story. So thank you very much, and with this I would, and of course at the end I will be here also to answer questions, but with this I would like to hand over to Megan to lead us through this great product. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Good evening everybody. How are y'all doing?
Good, Megan.
Doing all right? Excited to be in Seattle? Excited to drive the Alltrack for the first time, and maybe some other Volkswagen models you haven't yet driven. I am Megan Garbus. I'm the product manager for the Golf family for Volkswagen of America. And professionally, I've been involved with Volkswagen for about 11 years. But personally, I've been a fan of Volkswagen my entire life. For as long as I've known, I've bled blue. I'm a huge Volkswagen fan. So it's a great honor of mine to be here to introduce you to the all-new Golf Alltrack and several other highlights of the Golf family tonight, tomorrow, and the next day. So let's go ahead and dive right into the good stuff with the Golf Alltrack, which is a phenomenal vehicle. We're so excited about it, as Mr. Woebcken just spoke to. But this vehicle really is special for us. It combines a tried and true formula that our customers and dealers love. It's the well-known Golf Sport Wagon, but it's been ruggedized. It's been raised off the ground a little bit, but it still retains the great characteristics that make the Sport Wagon fantastic. You can load so much cargo into the vehicle. It's easy to put bikes and snowboards and skis on top. You have great driving characteristics because it's a Volkswagen, because it's a sport wagon. But at the same time, we're equipping the vehicle with standard 4Motion all-wheel drive. The Alltrack specific detailing really says that it's a capable vehicle. It looks different. It's powered by Volkswagen's well-known and award-winning EA888 1.8 liter TSI. So that's a direct injected turbocharged engine. All trims of Alltrack feature this engine with 170 horsepower at about 4,500 RPM and 199 pound-feet of torque at an impressive 1,600 to 4,000 RPM. And whether you opt for the 6-speed DSG transmission that's available at launch, or you wait a little bit into the first quarter of 2017 for the 6-speed manual transmission, you'll have this engine and this power output. And for the DSG transmission, you'll have an EPA-rated 30 miles per gallon on the highway, so that's pretty nice as well. So you can have your fun and have great fuel economy too with the new Golf Alltrack. The base model is going to start at $25,850. That is for the 6-speed manual model that's available early 2017. But immediately at launch, we'll launch with a 6-speed DSG model on the Alltrack S trim, which begins at $26,950. So on top of that great pricing, we have a wonderful vehicle that competes very handsomely against a much larger vehicle, but a similar car in terms of customer desires and needs, and that's the Subaru Outback. That's a car that many of you in the room probably know well. It's a vehicle that has done well over the years, but it's something we feel we have a very strong vehicle to compete against. From engine alone, we already talked about the EA888 engine. This is a proven turbocharged, fun-to-drive engine from Volkswagen, especially here in the mountains, in the thin air. The turbocharging really is a peach. In the Subaru Outback, it's a 2.5-liter horizontally opposed boxer-style engine, so it's a 4-cylinder, normally aspirated, no turbocharging. So it handles a bit differently, it drives a bit differently. In terms of power output, they're matched pretty well in terms of horsepower, but where it really matters, we know that when you're driving, torque is what drives you. The Outback not only has less torque, but it's available at much higher in the RPM range. Transmissions. I'm a handshaker driver for life. 19 of my 20 Volkswagens have been manual. So like many of you in the room, I certainly appreciate a good 6-speed manual transmission, or in terms of some other cars, maybe a 5-speed manual. However, the 6-speed DSG that's available in the Alltrack is awesome. It's the first time that we've paired up the 1.8-liter engine with the DSG transmission, and I think you'll agree that winding through the mountains tomorrow, driving all over the island, that the Alltrack with DSG is phenomenal. In terms of smartphone integration, it's not just the way the car drives that makes a Volkswagen so important these days. Our customers are also telling us that they need a way to stay connected. And thanks to Volkswagen's standard App Connect, you get integration for your Apple, for your iPhone, for many Android devices through Android Auto, or a third option known as MirrorLink. You'll note that Subaru Outback does not offer any sort of functionality to the degree that we do with Volkswagen's CarNet App Connect for 2017, so this is a great advantage for us and for our customers who like to remain connected. In terms of the sunroof, it's a beautiful area we're in. Seattle, blue skies, hopefully, lots of green, lots of mountains, beautiful scenery. What better way to enjoy it than through the optional panoramic sunroof found in the Alltrack. It's something that we started with the Golf Sport Wagon, so it carries over into certain trim levels of the Alltrack. However, in the Outback, it's just a standard-sized sunroof, so a little bit different, not as nice for those rear seat passengers to enjoy the cavernous views of the mountains around here, or wherever you are. Roof rack. A lot of these customers are adventurous. They go camping, they go hiking, they ski, they snowboard. They want it to be a breeze to load things on the roof of their vehicle. And if you're vertically challenged like I am, or you just want it to be a little bit easier to load things on the roof of the vehicle, the Alltrack boasts a roof rack loading height of 4 feet 11 inches, whereas on the Outback it's 5.6 inches. So that can make a difference for people's comfort when they're loading things onto the roof of their vehicle. As far as other ways in which the Alltrack really stands out against the Outback, you'll see a lot of the standard features which are important to these customers are indeed standard on Alltrack. A lot of these vehicles will be sold in cold weather states. So you might not believe this if you come here from Miami or anywhere in the South, but you need heated seats almost every day in certain climates. Once you have them, you can't live without them. So a cold weather package featuring front heated seats, heated side view mirrors, and heated washer nozzles are standard on Alltrack, just available on Outback. Other nice features to increase visibility, mirror integrated turn signals, convenience features such as a cooled glove box, standard on Alltrack. Now in terms of durability, again, these are adventurous customers, they live busy lifestyles, they have families, they're going to be doing a lot of activities with their vehicle, they need a very durable interior. So Volkswagen's popular VTEX leatherette is standard throughout